What up, gamers? YouTube, feel free to fast forward 14 minutes if you don't want to hear my speculation on the upcoming nominations, but it's Keely's birthday. Well, it's Keely's quinceañera, and soon it will be his actual birthday. We're just celebrating right now as he announces the nominees. His birthday is in 3 weeks, and if you'd like to watch that with me, tune in on December 11th because we'll be doing that as well. But today he is announcing the nominations for the 2025 Game Awards, and we're going to do some predictions of what we think will be nominated for some of these, and then I'll give you some impulse reactions on what I think the actual results will be as they're nominated. You're probably going to hear me roll my eyes quite a bit at Silksong Expedition 33. You're also going to hear me make some very accurate spur of the moment predictions. If you would like some more in-depth discussion on this, Thursday I'm hosting the podcast Drop In Dropout. Go to dropindropoutpod.com to find that all over the internet. And we will be digging into our actual speculation. We're gonna have 2 columns. It's gonna be a what do we think will win, and then what do we want to win for the Game Awards. You know, how are we voting essentially, which is always a very, very good time. So that will be live Thursday night on Drop In Dropout Pod. But for right now, I'll do some snap judgments, whatnot. We'll hang out live. We'll see what's going on. Let's bring in that nomination list right now. Or I guess the categories. The Game Award 2025 category. Game Awards coming soon. The Game Awards 2024. You got a nice like a fucking. You know what? We can Wikipedia it. That's one way to do things. So we'll look at last year, I think, as a way to kind of go through this. Oh shit, it's the Game Awards. It is the nominations special in 12 minutes, and we are going to dig into what we think might be happening this year. So, last year, for Game of the Year, the winner was Astrobot. As it fucking should be. However, it should have been Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I'm okay with Astrobot. Game of the Year this year, I believe my guess for the 6 nominations were Expedition 33, Hollow Knight Silksong, Blueprints, Hades 2, I wrote it down, Split Fiction, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I want Blueprints or Donkey Kong Bonanza to win. Expedition 33 will likely win. Fucking nightmare. Best game direction this year. That could go a lot of different fucking directions, but it'll probably go to Hideo Kojima, is my guess. He'll certainly be nominated, that's for sure. Best narrative. Fucking probably Expedition 33, unfortunately. We have to fucking be aware that we're living in that world. Best art direction has the opportunity to go in a couple different directions. Let's bring up Metacritic's list of best reviewed games this year. Metacritic best reviewed games 2025. Okay, well 1 and 2 don't really count because they are Switch 2 editions. Yote for art is a really good call. I would guess Hollow Knight for art as well, if I were to guess. Dude, Talos Principle Remastered. Despelote is that really artistic looking soccer game that I've never played. Monster Hunter will pop in here a couple times. Dude, I hope Trails in the Sky first chapter hops in there. Low key, I've been playing that off stream and I love that game this year. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, we will see here in a very big way. Sword of the Sea for art direction, I think, is a possibility as well. I think the indie games are going to be very, very popular. That's for sure. Expedition 33. I know Bianca is probably going to happen. Welcome in, homie. Other games that are going to pop up. Pipistrello, I don't think has the sauce. Shinobi, I don't think has the sauce. Maybe Absolem, those ones might pop up. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of our stuff. So there's a couple cutoffs that we need to talk about as well. I don't know exactly what the date was, but Luminous Arise and Arc Raiders are guaranteed not nominated, I believe. I think they all missed the cutoff. McRib and Expedition 33 nomination, best day. Fuck! Dude, I forgot. We haven't looked yet. Has the McRib released in my area? McDonald's. It's going to be Silksong, Expedition 33, Donkey Kong, DS2 are the only GOTY candidates that I think have an actual shot. I think Hades 2 should be on that list. I think that has an actual shot for sure. But everything else I kind of agree with. I don't think DS2 gets a nomination. I don't know. If it does, it's going to take Blueprint's spot and it's going to fucking destroy my will to live. Yeah, dude, still, my location doesn't have fucking... What's it called? When I, like, special things is just Buffalo Bacon McCrispy. Let me look at Uber Eats, because sometimes they have multiple McDonald's that'll deliver. Blueprints and I have beef. It made the cutoff. It released in October. Really? Kingdom Come Deliverance, thoughts on that? Speedy Monkeys, welcome in, homie. I think that there's a chance. I think that there's a chance. That last slot is, I think, very interesting to me. I would say the shoo-ins for me for Game of the Year nominations are Silksong, Donkey Kong, Expedition 33, and Hades 2. After that, you got 2 fucking slots. I think Split Fiction goes in for sure. Just based on like review scores alone and mass appeal, the same way that Astrobot won Game of the Year. Let's do my rant about how things are decided. Wait, first let me just search for McRib. 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 No McRib in my area. Fuck. Okay. So, indie or a co-op toss? Yeah, both. Well, not indie. They're EA published. I don't think they count anymore. And like Peak called Black Ops 7 didn't drop. That's my bad. That's my bad. Balatro got a nom last year. I can see Arc Raiders getting a nom. Yeah, for sure. But I think Balatro's better received than Arc Raiders review numbers wise. Our color based and colorblind mode, and I wrote them an email and I got no reply. That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that was an accessibility issue that was happening. Wild. Let me put in my fucking... Okay, so you guys are gonna hear me make this fucking rant today and multiple other times on assorted content over the next couple of months. Over the next month. Here's the deal on the Game Awards. The way that the Game Awards nominees and winners are decided is very unique in that for the Academy Awards and the Grammys, individuals make up your panel. So as a person, you decide individually that I think the Game of the Year should be fucking Split Fiction because it's the game that I like the most. I decide that it's Hades 2 for art direction because that's the game that I think has the best art direction. The problem is that for the Game Awards, their panels or their pool is decided on by not just individuals, but also individual outlets. So you as an individual that works at GameSpot, you do not get a vote. GameSpot as an entire outlet gets a vote, which means the least common denominator sometimes ends up winning, right? What I mean by that is if you have 3 people that make up your outlet, right? And one of you thinks that Blueprint should win, one of you thinks that Hades 2 should win, and then one of you thinks that Death Stranding 2 should win. You 3 now have to decide what the actual winner to be submitted should be. And if all 3 of you have a game like Split Fiction as your second favorite game, then that game ends up being the one that's submitted on an outlet by outlet basis, which is why games like It Takes Two, games like Astrobot tend to succeed very well because they're the least offensive games to the most amounts of people, if that makes sense. So family games, games that have mass appeal, games that are written for fans of games, things like Astrobot that pay homage to the games of yesteryear, tend to perform very well, because it's not about, a lot of times, what the undisputed favorite is for your outlet. It's about the game that most people are hot on is. That's why we have such weird results from time to time. I hope that that makes sense. It's hard to kind of explain and verbalize exactly the way that that works. But when you have multiple outlets like Easy Allies, GameSpot, IGN, fucking MinMax, all these different places that are made up of dozens and dozens of people. You have divisive games like Blueprints, you have divisive games like Death Stranding 2 that sometimes get left on the fucking cutting room floor because more people are hot on games that are more accessible to more people. It's a very interesting dynamic, and one that is worth noting before we get in here if you're looking for some reasoning as to why so-and-so game didn't get its nomination. And I don't know the solution to that outside of, as games criticism evolves, I guess, in the world, maybe we start giving individual ballots as opposed to outlet-based ballots. I don't know. But either way, here's what I'll tell you. On Thursday, when I make my final predictions for the winners, I will be the most correct out of anybody who makes predictions on the internet, not just on my show, but also on the internet as a whole. I'm Jake Twitchin, the smartest fucking game man that exists. The best game release of the year is Uma Musume Global Release. I will take your horse girl game gotcha garbage and throw it out the window. Stupid bald man does research unlike others. Unfortunately, you hate to see a fucking real one winning, and your boy stays winning. What if instead of a panel to decide, it's just Jake Twitchin? Now that would be the greatest thing that could happen to some of these companies and the worst thing that could happen to others. Of this, I'm sure. Of this, I'm absolutely sure. That's for certain. Besides that, he tried to hurt me with his words. The truth is, it kind of worked. That's my bad. What if instead of a panel decided it's just Grinder? That's good. Venus Vacation would win Best Art Direction if Jake was a panelist. It would probably win Game of the Year. Dude, Venus Vacation is such a good fucking video game. Like, unfortunately, it's very technically sound and an excellent dating sim, and it has an incredible fucking graphics engine with well-written characters. I don't know what else to tell you. Venus Vacation rules. Peak one-handed gameplay. That's all you need. It's you taking pictures of shorties. I don't know what else you can want out of a video game, all things considered. Fucking nothing? What do you want? Nothing? I'm sorry. Ike, my fucking goat, welcome in right here. Perfect timing to hear my burp and to find out the nominees for the Game Awards. Hello, this is Miyamoto. We are pleased to share the release date of the Mario Galaxy movie. Please look forward to it. Anytime a fucking tweet starts with "This is Miyamoto," you know that motherfucker means business. This is Miyamoto. Satoru Iwata has died. Oh shit, too funny. All right, gamers, I appreciate you all being here, sharing this time with me. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you've chosen to be on twitch.tv/JakeTwitchin or youtube.com/@JakeTwitchin or @JakeTwitchinPlays across the internet. I love sharing these moments with you. Like and subscribe and do all that stuff and find me somewhere else on the internet. I promise you I've got good takes all the time.
And the Game Awards
there he is. It's his birthday.
Here.
Let me know how audio is, chat, if you need it boosted.
Everywhere on Thursday, December 11th. Welcome to our 2025 Global Nomination Announcement Special. Every year, we come together as a community to celebrate and, of course, debate the absolute best in video games.
KCD2, it could be.
Of course, also get a look at what's next from our industry's most talented creators.
Next.
This year, there have been so many incredible games created and updated. but only a handful have
Looks like the
honor of
FaZe
being
Clan
selected as
logo behind
nominees
him.
for the Game Awards by our global voting jury. Who's in the running? Well, you're about to find out as we reveal this year's nominees across all the categories, and you can help select the winners by
Go the
voting
kicks.
at thegameawards.com.
We'll do
All
a
right,
voting
should we
stream
do
as
it?
well at some
Here's
point.
the first category. For Best Performance, the nominees are Ben Starr for Clair Obscur Expedition
Of course.
33, Charlie Cox for Clair Obscur Expedition
Cox mentioned.
33, Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote, Jennifer English for Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Oh my god, dude.
Konatsu
3
Kato
noms.
for Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great
Good
Circle.
nod, and I hate Troy
For
Baker.
Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite,
Dude, tough year
Helldivers
for
2,
FF14.
Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
Marble
For
Red
Best
Bull.
Mobile Game, the nominees are Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X,
I didn't know that there was a
Sonic
Persona.
Rumble,
Oh my
Uma
god, no
Musume,
way,
Pretty Derby,
Sonic Rumble.
and Wuthering Waves. This year's nominees
No
for
way.
Best Art Direction are Clair Obscur Expedition
course.
33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach,
Yup.
Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and
Ooh.
Hollow Knight Silksong. For Best
Yep.
Score in Music, Leveled Up by Spotify.
Leveled
Nominees
up
are
by Spotify, you
Christopher
fucks.
Larkin for Hollow Knight Silksong, Darren Korb for Hades 2, Lorian Testar for Clair
Oh,
Obscur
dude, the most
Expedition
nominated
33,
fucking game of the year,
Tomo
Expedition
Otoa for
33.
Ghost of
Here we go.
Yote, and Woodkid and Ludwig
No
Forssell
Donkey Kong
for Death
Bonanza is
Stranding
insane.
2 on the
Insane.
Beach.
Insane.
The Best Audio Design nominees are Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, and Silent Hill F.
Holy
Best
fuck, man.
Adaptation was added to the
Silent
Game
Hill
Awards in
fucking
2022
81 out of 100
to
on
recognize an
Metacritic F.
outstanding show, movie, or other creative work inspired by and based on an established video game world. Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation. A Minecraft Movie, Devil May
Jockey.
Cry, Splinter Cell Deathwatch, The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. For
Oy,
Best
weak
Narrative, the
year
outstanding
overall.
nominees are Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance
There's your
2,
KCD.
and Silent Hill F.
I can't believe how
Best
much Silent
community
Hill
support
F is getting.
celebrates game developers
That's so
who
surprising.
continually and transparently
That
engage,
second season of
support,
Last of
and
Us wasn't
respond
that
to their
great.
players. This year's nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Your nominees
Jesus
for
Christ.
Games for Impact are Consume Me, Despelote, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight,
Muffin Buffer's
and
going
Border
crazy.
Stop. In the
Muffin
category
Buffers.
of Best Multiplayer,
What Buffin they
nominees
Muffin?
are Arc Raiders,
Oh, there it
Battlefield
is.
6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction.
Interesting.
Best
Dude,
independent
first time we're
game
hearing
celebrates
Split Fiction
games
is
with a high
crazy.
degree of
That's the
risk
third
tolerance,
best fucking
produced
rated
outside
game of the year.
traditional publisher system. Those nominees are Absolem,
During your
Baldur's
TGA
Gate,
stream?
Blueprints,
Absolutely.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong.
Man.
Best debut indie game recognizes a development team that hasn't won a
Blueprints.
Game Award before. In fact, these
Oh,
teams
it's Expedition
published their
33.
first game
Fuck.
this year. The nominees are Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Despelote, Dispatch, and
Dispatch made
Best
it?
VR AR game, the nominees are Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcan Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk.
Historically dog
Content
shit
Creator
year
of the
for
Year,
VR
the
games.
Nominees are
Big twitching.
Pedro, Kai Sanat, Moist Critical, Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut. Part of the
You know
Game
what?
Awards is looking forward
I'm
to
so
what's
disconnected.
next, and don't worry, we'll have lots of games
Most
to announce
anticipated
for you
game, Grand
on
Theft Auto
December
6. Lock it the fuck in.
But what's the most anticipated upcoming game? Here are
5
the
years
nominees
running.
based on currently announced titles: 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine,
Ooh, Wolverine's gonna be a banger.
Resident Evil Requiem, and
Give it to the
Witcher
burnt peanut. I don't know
4.
what that is. That's all you need.
Best action adventure game
Expedition
nominees
34.
are Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silksong, Indiana Jones and the Great
I
Circle,
like Indiana
and
Jones getting these
Split
nods. It came out in
Fiction.
December of last
For
year.
best role-playing game, the jury selected Avowed, Clair Obscur
Avowed
Expedition
based.
33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2.
Our first time
In
seeing
the
Wilds
category of
or
Best
Outer
Fighting
Worlds,
Game,
right?
The nominees are 2XKO.
Oh, I forgot 2XKO. Oh, sick.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Based.
And Virtua Fighter 5.
Dude, have you guys seen Chun-Li in that
The
fucking
nominees for Best
game?
Action Game are Battlefield 6,
Wild's really an RPG,
Doom: The
kind
Dark
of.
Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Good nod for
Innovation
Shinobi.
and accessibility celebrates games that are making our industry available and enjoyable to more people.
Max
The
did.
nominees for
Yep.
innovation and accessibility are Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall.
I
Doom:
forgot
The Dark
Assassin's Creed
Ages,
Shadows came out
EA
this year.
Sports FC 26, and South of Midnight. Next up,
Oh, South of
Best
Midnight had a
Family
good one.
Game. The nominees are
Lego Party, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Bonanza.
First time seeing
Lego
Donkey Kong
Party,
Bonanza
Lego
is fucking
Voyager,
insane, man.
Mario Kart World,
God, that's such a.
Sonic
This is
Racing
such a series of
Crossworlds,
snubs.
and
Fuck my stupid
Split
life.
Fiction. The best sim strategy game nominees
Dude, Donkey Kong
are
Bonanza is about to get stubbed for
Altered,
Game of the Year. I'm gonna
Final
freak
Fantasy
out.
Tactics, Evilise Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, and 2 Point Museum. These games are nominated
Oh,
for
2 Point
Best
Museum's a good
Sports
one.
Racing Game. EA Sports FC 26, F1 25,
Things are
Mario
dire.
Kart World, Rematch, and Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Now the nominees in our 3 esports categories, starting with Best Esports Game. The nominees are
Valorant.
Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant.
Mobile
The nominees
Legends
for
Bang
Best
Bang.
Esports Athlete are Brock, Chovy, Forsaken, Kakaru, Mena RD, and Zywoo.
I have no
And for
idea. I know
Best
none of them.
Esports Team, our special esports committee nominated these teams: Gen G
T1,
League of Legends, NRG
K1,
Valorant, Team
T1.
Falcons Dota 2, Team Liquid PH Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and
Mobile
Team
Legends Bang
Vitality,
Bang.
Counter-Strike 2.
No faker, insane.
Okay, we're almost
I guess
done,
7
but
wins in
there
a
are
row.
Still 2
Who wins
very
best version and
important
best team
categories
of
to go.
versions?
First, Best Game Direction recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Hideo
Nominees
Kojima,
are
fucking Death Stranding
Clair
2,
Obscur,
Split Fiction.
Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. And now it's the big one. GOTY, Game of the Year, recognizing
man.
a game that
This
delivers
is gonna-
the
this is gonna be
absolute
painful.
best experience to players across all creative and technical fields. For this year's awards, our global
Please.
TGA jury has selected the following 6 games as the nominees
Mm.
for Game of the Year. Clair Obscur,
Of course.
Expedition 33 from
Donkey
Sandfall
Kong Bonanza.
Interactive. Death Stranding 2 On
Donkey
the
Kong
Beach
Bonanza.
from Kojima Productions. Donkey Kong Bonanza
Fuck
from
yeah.
Nintendo. Hades 2 from Supergiant Games. Hollow Knight Silksong from Team Cherry. And Kingdom Come Deliverance
Wow.
2 from Warhorse Studios.
Wow.
There you have
Kingdom
it, your
Come at the
nominees
end.
for
Great
Game
call,
of the
chat.
Year. And now that those are
Wow.
official, you can anticipate Lauren Balfe and the Game Awards Orchestra.
That's
playing their themes as
crazy.
part of our musical salute to the nominees live on
Split
December
Fiction
11th.
and
But
Blueprint
before that, we
snubbed,
need your help to
in
decide
my
which
opinion.
nominees become the winners. Make sure to head to
Unexpected.
thegameawards.com to cast your ballot.
Unexpected.
And this year, download your vote cards. You can share your picks on social media. There is
Damn.
still one more category where the nominees have yet to be revealed.
Oh,
Player's
yeah.
Voice,
The
where
player's
fans
voice, dude.
100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll
Fuck,
announce those
man.
nominees
Expedition
on Monday,
33 sweep.
December
Yeah, that's
1st,
going to be
so set a
insane. The
reminder on
numbers are
website if you
so
want to be alerted.
insane for Expedition
The winners in
33.
all categories
As
will be
expected.
revealed live during TGA when it streams globally on Thursday,
But goddamn,
December
what a,
11th, starting with opening act at
not a
4:30
year
p.m.
for me,
Pacific,
you know,
7:30 p.m. Eastern,
for video games.
12:30 a.m.
I love a lot of
GMT
stuff, just not
at
my stuff wasn't critically acclaimed, I
and
fear.
live across every major video and social platform out there. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you live
Who's in
on
debut
Thursday,
indie?
December 11th to celebrate
Expedition
the best
33,
and see what's
Blueprints,
next in video.
Despelote, I think. Mario Kart World really clanked out there. You're absolutely right. Well, listen, I'll be live for that. If you want further information on my plans and my votes for the Game Awards, I'm hosting the podcast, or I'll be on the podcast on Thursday at 8 p.m. on Drop In, Drop Out Pod. We will be doing 2 different columns, what we think will win and what we want to win / what we will be voting for. Should be very good. I hope you tune in for that. YouTube VOD watchers, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for being here. Very, very fun. Come find me somewhere else. I promise you'll enjoy all the content I'm putting out.